Hi, good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. For me, I think I'm gonna be finishing at least half of it so that way I'll be able to show you the project that I have been working on in the mini version for Halloween. Again, it's not going to be perfect in any way, shape, or form. It's not supposed to look that good. It's just supposed to, test to see if this will work. And also, I think we're going to get the artwork done. I'm not entirely sure on that. But yeah, right now, I just wanted to say good morning, and I hope you're having a good day so far, and I'll see you in a second. Hey guys, how you doing? Wasp, how you doing, everybody? Good? I am going to plant a couple little pumpkin seeds that I got from a friend, and I'm gonna put them over here in the section, but I need to pull out a couple of the plants first. But I'm very excited to plant these. They are blue pumpkins, so hopefully they'll do well. I know they're gonna get big, and that's why I'm only doing 2 out here. I'm gonna do a couple in my room too, but let me get a couple of these plants out of here before I plant them, and then I'll show you what they look like in the ground. Good luck, little pumpkins. You're gonna do great. I'll get them some water later on today. But good luck, little pumpkins. You're gonna do great. Hopefully they'll have enough time. They should, but I'm not sure. But good luck, little pumpkins. Alright, good job, lawnmower. There were a lot of bugs today that were hitting me in the face. So that was a little bit gross, but otherwise it was pretty good. Now we can water a little bit now that the yard work's done. Alright, so I forgot to get what I need to repot my little ruby ficus. Again, I don't know what she is called. This is the little one that earlier this year had these 3 little leaves, and that was it. It had one more, but it dropped that one. But that was it, and I have had this little one for a year and a half, I think, and all last year it did not grow a single leaf. So all of these from this one and up are completely new from the past couple months, but it also has the little roots are starting to grow through the top of the soil. So I need to put this little one in a bigger container, which is very exciting because I also would like this one to get, even though I'm very overwhelmed by the other ficus that I have, whose leaf still has not opened, by the way. So I was going to show you that today, but it still hasn't opened yet. So it's just taking her sweet little time, and it's okay. I'm going to be patient. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to repot this little one today, and hopefully that leaf will open sooner rather than later so I can show you it. But before I repot this little one, hang on, I need to make it so it can stand up. It's a little bit, kind of heavy to one side, so it likes to tip over a little bit. But I wanted to show you the project that I have been working on that I've been talking about for a few days. So last year for Halloween, well, for Not So Scary, when Dad and I went, I dressed up as Maleficent, and you can't wear wings to the parks at Disney, so that was the only part of the costume that I really wanted, honestly. I wasn't able to have her wings this is the live action one where she has the wings and everything, obviously, but I have wanted wings, like big wings for, I was an angel once for a school thing, I think, when I was very little, and I loved them. And then I was a costume one year where I had some as well, but they weren't quite right either because they're just too stiff. So I didn't want to buy another pair. I want to make one that can actually move, but I needed to test if it might be easier actually if I pick you up and show you on the ground. So I drew this one first the other day on a piece of scrap fabric that I've had for like 7 years, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I decided I might as well test this on this fabric. And I wanted to see also, because I could not find anywhere anything that uses fabric for feathers, and I wanted to see how it would move. And so I was just like, yeah, I might as well just try. I have what I need to do that. But this is the first one that I drew, and I cut it out yesterday from the fabric, and it looks really, really cool, honestly. Again, it is not perfect by any means. It is just a very rough idea on what I would like to do. Like, I would like these really long feathers going out from the bottom, and this is the piece that's going to be the furthest away from my body. This is the one that's going to be closest, and then this is like the piece that lifts up. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. If it's a little bit confusing, I'm sorry. but I am very excited that this might actually work. And then there are shorter feathers here, and then the long ones out on the side. These ones could probably be a little bit longer, honestly, but again, this is just a test. And then I drew a second one just because I wanted to have two. That one I think turned out a little bit better because I kind of had more of an idea on what I was drawing. This one again was just a first very rough idea, but I need to make these in a smaller form because, like I said, they're going to have to close. So it's kind of gonna go like that. It's very difficult to demonstrate with this piece of fabric because if it's open like this, there's no way I'm gonna be able to like go anywhere or do anything. So yeah, I needed to figure out how to make them be able to fold. So this is, again, very, very rough. This is hopefully not what it's gonna look like in the end, but it does look better than I was expecting it to. So what I did is I had a couple of sticks from macrame, actually, but I just broke it and glued it to the piece of fabric. This one ends right here, and then this one obviously just ends right here. This is the piece that would be upright on my back, and then when it's open, it would be open like that, but when it's closed, we'll do this. Basically, hang on, it's very difficult one-handed, but it will close kind of like this. So it would, so it would be on my back like this, closed. So like my hand is kind of like my back, but it would be like that. And I wanted to see how, and then there would be another one on the other side closer to the ficus, but I wanted to see how it would look closed and if it would be even possible, and it looks like it will work. Again, the feather pieces of fabric are not what they're going to look like, hopefully, on the bigger version, but it looks like it will work. And again, this is not like how it's going to actually be. I cut this way too big because I didn't know what I was doing, but it is better than I was expecting it to be, and it does move really well, even not being good. But yeah, I want it to look like these, not this mess. I just made this to see if it would be able to close with the glue and how the fabric feathers would look. Again, these pieces are going to be longer. Yeah, that's what I've been working on for Halloween. I would like to make some Maleficent wings or a different color. I don't know, honestly, because the orange does look really cool, honestly. Yeah, this is what I have been working on. I'm probably not going to keep this one because, again, it does not look good, but I am definitely going to be keeping these. I don't know what I'm going to put it on or where I'm going to put it, but I just really like how they turned out, but I am going to use these as reference for the bigger ones as well. But yeah, this is what I have been working on, and hopefully they will work for Halloween. Again, I have no idea. It's just, this is what I have been wanting to do for a very, very long time. So yeah, basically it would be like open would be like this, and then closed it would be like this, but obviously in a much, much bigger like size. But yeah, I'm actually very proud of what these look like. Anyway, yeah, that's what I have been working on, and also my floor is a mess, covered in little bits and pieces of fabric that I have been cutting, because to get the little pieces of like the feathers that I'm making, feathers that I'm making, I have little tiny pieces of fabric everywhere, and I just vacuumed yesterday, but it's okay. This is more important. I've been having fun making these. Let me make a small space so I can repot my little ficus real quick, because it is very messy over here. And I also need to get, so squeaky door, I also need to get a container and the soil. I did remember to get the pumpkin seeds, so yay. Because just in case there isn't enough time outside this season, I would like to have one growing. I know they get massive, but still, I think it would be fun to grow one in here too. But little ficus, let's get you in a bigger home. I don't know if you can see, but she doesn't really have too many roots, but she is outgrowing her container, so she needs a bigger one, or a deeper one anyway. All right, let's get you some more soil, and maybe I'll actually have her centered in this container so she won't tip over as easily. And I saw the root that was coming out of the top of the soil yesterday. I honestly did a double take because I kind of thought it was a worm. And I was like, how did a worm even, I know it can happen because it's plant and soil, and like it just is normal and they just kind of appear sometimes. So I was like, oh, where did that come from? That's kind of gross. And then I was like, oh wait, no, that's a root. Okay, you need a bigger container. So that's why we're doing this. Thankfully, we have plenty of little containers for her to move into. For the next size up, I don't currently have one, but hopefully she'll be able to be in this size for a while. Now she's in her new home and hopefully she'll like it. I'm gonna get her some water real quick, and then I will get a couple pumpkin seeds into her old container, and then I will knit. So I'm sorry if she was blocking my face completely. I wasn't looking at the screen. But yeah, let me get her some water and then I'll be back to do the pumpkin seeds. So 1 second. All right, now for the pumpkin seeds. It says on the package to bury them only an inch deep, so I'm not gonna put much soil in here. Yeah, 1 inch, okay. Start indoors 3 to 4 weeks early if the growing season is short, but best I'm sorry, I have troubles reading. But is best to direct sown. Plant in mounds spaced 5 to 6 feet apart and thin to 2 to 3 plants per hill. Plenty of water and fertilizer and room to spread. Yeah, that's why I only took 2 of the little seeds outside, and I'm only gonna do 2 in here as well. And then I can put these in the freezer, right? Store in a cool, dry place for up to 4 years. Okay, so I'll just keep their bag and like make sure that they are safe and in a dark, like dry place, as it says, and keep the seeds, because I'm obviously, when you when you have pumpkins, they grow really fast and really big, so I am not going to be planting every single one of them. I think starting with only 4 technically is a very, very good call, especially because if the ones outside do really well. I have a pumpkin plant growing outside, by the way. I have not shown it. It just kind of sprouted on its own and it's doing amazing. I have absolutely no idea if there are pumpkins, like the actual like fruit on it currently or not, because I haven't wanted to get at it because it's kind of a mess right now where it is. But if there are any pumpkins, I'll be sure to show you. But yeah, pumpkins grow super easy outside, so I'm hoping those little ones. Oh, and I watered it, by the way. I don't know if I showed that or not, but I did water those little seeds after I was done mowing the yard. But these little ones, I'm gonna get them a little bit of water and put them underneath the grow light. Which grow light should I put them underneath? The one over here or the one in the bathroom? Probably the one over there, because that one has better lights. But let me get this little guy some water and put my bucket of dirt away behind the squeaky door. It only squeaks when I'm opening it. How weird. But it is officially finally time to start knitting the blanket. Today is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video, but again, it has been very, very busy this week. And also I had a lot of fun things to do today, and I wanted to show you my project that I've been working on, and I had a couple of plants to take care of. So yeah, a lot has been going on this week, but it's been fun. And also, obviously, we are changing the yarn color again today. And I actually remembered at the beginning, which was very exciting. So I didn't have another mistake, thankfully. But yeah, we are back onto the pink. It's looking more pink. It looked orange in the winter, but now it looks pink. It's very interesting. It's the same color as I've had all year, but it looks different now. Maybe it's because of the colors it's next to or something. I have no idea, but it looks really pink now. Getting all of the artwork done is always a lot. As I was out there, I kind of had a funny thought and I wanted to share it with you. I would rather be hit in the face by all of those bugs and the grass and dirt, all the just, I don't know, it's not pleasant doing the yard work and it's hard to do. I would rather do that than clean my bathtub. That's how little I like cleaning my bathtub. So yep, I would rather mow the yard than do that. So I thought that was kind of funny and I wanted to share it because that was just one of my thoughts that I had as I was getting like hit in the face by a million bugs at once. It was very unpleasant. I don't know why that happened at one point. It was just like, it was really gross. And then they get stuck in your sweat and sunscreen and everything. It's not pleasant, but the yard work is done and everything is all fresh again, and I don't think it'll have to be done. Oh my, Broken Branch actually does not need water today. That's a first. But I don't think the yard has to be cared for now. Probably at least another week and a half, which will be nice because the yard has not grown very much because it's still summer. But I think the main growing season has passed from the spring, so it's just kind of doing its thing at a slower pace, which is very nice. That means we don't have to do that as often. And besides that and all the normal daily stuff, obviously I was working on my project a little bit. I was able to finish that piece. You see why it was taking a while though. Every single one of those little individual feathers, the fabric feather thingies that I was making, I guess they're more just like triangles, but every single one of those triangles that I cut out took a really long time, and some of them are very, very tiny. So gluing them on individually also took a really long time, and waiting for the glue to dry and everything. So that's why it was taking a while. Drawing it onto the piece of fabric, that took like maybe 5 minutes, but actually working on it and figuring out what to do, that took a while. And I want to use fabric, by the way. The whole point in why I'm doing this is I don't feel like feathers would be, and this is just very much personal opinion, so if you use feathers, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just something that I don't want to do. I don't feel like using a bunch of feathers for a costume would be a good thing in many ways, but I don't feel like it would be a good thing. So that's why I want to use fabric instead, and hopefully that will work fine. But anyway, I am already done knitting the first row, so I'm gonna finish this real quick and then knit the other one, and I will be right back to show you what the blanket looks like for today. Almost done knitting for today. I only have a couple more stitches left to do. All done. And this is what the blanket looks like up close for today. I can't believe that we had to change the yarn color today again. It has been such a weird start to the month because it feels like fall outside, and it's August. It should not be this cool. It is very, very strange, but I think it's gonna warm up again here shortly. I don't know, but it is really, really weird. It's like yesterday it was warm and now it's like fall again. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, this is what the blanket looks like so far for the year. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the video today. So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you know how much I enjoy getting to spend time with you, because like, yeah, I just really look forward to it. So thank you so much for spending some time with me today. And as for tomorrow, it's Wednesday, so that means it is actual plant care day for me, which means I'm gonna be changing the water in the garden back there and the garden over there, and I am really looking forward to showing you the petunias because she has officially fully recovered and she is like healthier than she has been in a very, very long time. So I am so grateful for that because I love that little plant, and the fact that she's actually doing okay again, it makes me very happy. I'm excited to show you how she's doing tomorrow. And besides that, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I am, of course, looking forward to spending the day with you. But yeah, as for today, I hope you enjoyed your day today, no matter what you did. If it was a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you enjoyed your day. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye. Thanks again so much for watching. I'll see you later.